My second question related to the first answer you gave was, or will be this: what role does agency have to play? So, for example, people will accuse the British of how they colonized Nigeria, like you rightly said, and I agree. But it will seem to me that if you look at Hong Kong, not Hong Kong, look at Singapore, look at other countries that were colonized by the British, look at where they are today, compare them to Nigeria. And this kind of ties into this recent USAID argument about how, I believe erroneously, people believe that USAID is the root of all evil in Nigeria, the way they frame the argument. And for me, I would always say, where does agency come into play? Because our leaders are also responsible. So, for example, if you look at, our thieves or our
ruiners.
Our ruiners, those people, they are the ones who are responsible. So, for example, IBB, who stole $12.something billion in 1991, Tinubu, Buhari, and every president we've had, Jonathan, who allowed his petroleum minister to loot $3 billion. And billions of dollars have been stolen from Nigeria. At what point do we hold these people responsible and not the white man or the British or the American?
Let's be clear about something. You rarely ever hear me blame anyone outside Nigeria for our woes.
I do agree, yes.
If a question had not been asked, mentioning them, I probably wouldn't even talk about them. I only ever talk about Britain in passing, because we are the ones ultimately responsible for what has happened to us. And I would deem it self-denigrating to be pointing at the British as the reason for where we are. They brought us here, but it was up to us to have brought ourselves out of here instead of digging ourselves deeper into the ditch that we are in. So, insofar as it relates to who is responsible, we are responsible. And it's not just the ruiners of Nigeria that are responsible. Me, you, we're responsible. Condoning this, tolerating it, explaining it. That's why it has...
Even justifying it sometimes.
You are going to find multiple persons that you would imagine had brain stuck between their ears that will come out and be telling you that what Tinubu has done is right. And that is how evil is perpetuated. You would have people who would believe that something is true today, but it becomes untrue tomorrow, simply because the person to whom it applies changes. So how do you build a society of rules and standards when you subjectifies the truth and when you are constantly shifting meanings? It doesn't make sense.